Hey everyone, welcome to another Kali Linux tutorial, and today we're going to learn that how we can set up proxy chains in Kali Linux 2020.1. Now first of all, let's just see that what is the difference between simple proxy and proxy chains. You see, in simple proxy, only your public IP address is changed for your web browsing or web surfing. What I'm trying to say is that, for example, you open up your Google Chrome and you switch on your VPN or whatever. All it's gonna do is that it will change your location and your public IP address for that session or for that web surfing or web browsing. But proxy chains anonymize you at every level while doing every activity, whether it is nmap scanning, ngrok, brute force attack, SQL injection, plus web surfing. So it is highly recommended that you use proxy chains in order to anonymize yourself instead of simple proxies that are available all over the internet. So today we're going to learn that how we can set up our proxy chains on our system in order to remain anonymous while web surfing or during an attack. This video is strictly for educational purposes, and I'm not responsible for whatever activity that you indulge yourself into. First of all, what we have to do is we have to install our Tor services in our operating system, and for that you can just go ahead and type sudo apt install Tor. And what it will do, it will just install the package Tor in your operating system to provide onion routing in this operating system in your laptop or computer or whatever device that you're using. Here I have already installed my Tor. That's why it just got suspended very quickly, but don't worry if it takes a while, a minute or two in your case. So what we'll do, clear out our screen, and we will open our proxy chain configuration files, the file where we will configure our proxy chains. We already have installed our proxy chains in this operating system, but we still have to configure them in order to work correctly and efficiently. So what we will do, we will just type nano. Here nano is an editor to edit our file, which is going to be a proxy chain configuration file. And as you can see, we are already in root, so we will just go ahead and type etc and proxychains .conf. .conf means it is configuration file, and just go ahead and hit enter, and you can see this is a configuration file of your proxy chain setup in your operating system. These are all the formats, HTTP, SOCKS 4 and SOCKS 5, that these proxy chains usually use in order to hide or change your IP address. What I would recommend you to do is just exit by Control X and rewrite this command, but this time just go ahead and type sudo before this command. With sudo we will get the root privileges to change whatever alteration that we are going to make in this configuration file. Hit enter, and this is the file exactly the same, and you can see that before here was an error that the file is not writable, but now it's just a green light, and we can just go ahead and edit our file here. Basically, there are three types of chains, proxy chains that we will use. First is dynamic chain, and the second one is a strict chain, and the third one is a random chain. The best proxy chain method that is very efficient and very fast is this dynamic chain. Here, the system just ignores all the dead proxies and just jump right into the network, and we just go ahead and retrieve all results. In strict chains, you can just select our specific IP addresses, and they just get repeated after specific order, so they can be tracked back to you. And random chain is just a simple network, and it is the worst of the proxy chains that someone can ever use while doing pen testing. So you can see that all the lines have these hashtags. These hashtags makes these lines a comment. That means that all of the lines which have the hashtags in front of them are disabled and are not working. So in order to enable my dynamic chain, I will just go ahead and remove this hashtag. And in order to disable this chain, I will just go ahead and add a hashtag before this strict chain. And that's how we will just what we did here is just enable our dynamic chain systems and disable our strict chain systems. Now just by pressing down key, you can navigate up and down in the file. What the main mistakes that beginners usually do is that they forget to change this step here. They forget to enable this proxy DNS request, which is for no leaks for DNS data, which means that whether you enable your proxy chains successfully and your IP address gets changed every 5 minutes or 10 minutes, even then the website that you are going to attack or you're going to access will be able to access your host DNS that you're actually using, which shows or indicates your actual location. So for instance, that you're using a proxy chain which is changing your IP address to country, for example Germany, and you are sitting originally in France and you are accessing a website that is in United States of America. So even if your proxy chains are successfully changing your IP address to Germany before reaching United States, the website which you are trying to access will know that your original computer or your host machine is in France, and that's how they can come back. So always remember to enable this proxy DNS request. This will make you a bit more professional in order to configure your proxy chains to anonymize over your internet services. Just come down here, and this is the example. They have shown us that how we can add proxies in our configuration file, and these are the formats and these are the proxy IP addresses that we will use, and these are the port numbers and these are usernames and passwords. What we will do, we'll just focus on this line. As you can see, this is the area that where we can add our proxies, and our default is set to Tor, and we are using SOCKS 4. But right now SOCKS 4 are not popular these days. What we will use is SOCKS 5, and we will press tab and repeat everything that is written above and press 90 and 50. We will just go ahead and hit Ctrl+O to save our file, press enter and Ctrl+X and exit from this file. And right now, up till this point, we have configured our proxy chains. So what we need to do here is we will just go ahead and check our Tor service by typing service to status, and again we should add sudo before this command and press enter, and we can see that this Tor service is right now is inactive. So to activate it, we will just bring that command back and type here start, and we will just repeat that status command to see if it got activated or not. And yes, it did. Here we can see it is active and exited. So in order to say that our proxy chains are actually working or not, what we will do is just write proxy chains and Firefox. We all know that it is a web browser, and you can just replace it with any other browser that you are using currently. And for example, I will use a website to access DuckDuckGo.com. Many of you know that the most used search engine is www.google.com, but DuckDuckGo.com, in my opinion, is even more beneficent and efficient because it doesn't track your IP addresses or anything that you do online. So if you want to be anonymous, there's another factor that you should use this search engine instead of going ahead with google.com. And we will just go ahead and press enter, and the proxy chains are started here. And soon Firefox window should open up and we should be able to see www.duckduckgo.com. And here we go, Mozilla Firefox just got opened, and it's taking a while to search for the website that I entered previously, because in Proxychains mostly the command just bounces back from several proxies. For example, if you're right now in France and you just search duckduckgo.com through the Proxychains, what it will do will that your command will go from France to Germany, from Germany to United States, from United States to North or South Korea, and then to the website that you originally searched for. Because it just got pinged from all those servers, that's why it just takes some time in order to load. And what if I go ahead and check my IP address? My IP address on this network. So it is giving me that your IP address is unavailable, which is even better, but we will just click on this link and hopefully it will show us our IP address. And remember why it's taking so long to load is that our command is getting pinged over various servers right now. So what is it's showing me that it is my IP address is 178.17.174.198. And what if we just go ahead and check our location, my location through Google. In the meantime, let me show you that how these proxy chains are actually working. If I just reduce the size of this Mozilla Firefox window, you can see that it is continuously going ahead, and you can see that there are several ports and different IP addresses that it is just getting pinged to and from. And we see that what is our location. So it is telling me that it is Moldova, and trust me, I am very far away from this place. I have actually saw this place for the first time in my life. So you get the idea that it is actually working. So that's it for today, and I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I hope you do not indulge yourself into any unethical activity, and you use this tutorial only for educational purposes. So that's it for today. If you liked my video, just go ahead and click on the like button and leave a comment below. And also, if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, go ahead and press the subscribe button, and also click on the bell icon so that you get the notification whenever I upload the next video about Kali Linux or Python course, which is from basics to advanced level.